Hello everyone, welcome to a new edition of WDWA Frontline, bringing you all the excitement of World Domination Wrestling Alliance, and we are only 2 episodes away from Berkeley Mania 7. Later on this episode, we'll be taking a look at the full card for the event, and tonight in our main event, the WDWA Mid-Atlantic Championship will be on the line as Anton Nathan defends the title against another member of the squad, the Gatekeeper Cizzko. Also on this episode, we bring you an exclusive interview with JTR, who will be joining forces with Money and Power to take on the father figures and kid at Berkeley Mania 7. Right now, let's take a look at how this rivalry came about.
Screwed the father figures again. Bro, I love getting those guys.
This the AK-47.
He's not done. And the big kick to the face. 1, 2, 3. Dead. Somehow worked.
Money and power, and they are not taking this loss very well.
Oh.
No! Wait a second, it's KID!
I was thinking, Money and Power, JTR, Father Figures, and me, Berkeleymania.
The special guest referee at Berkeley Mania 7 will be the last tornado!
Oh no.
Joining us at this time is Justin Rodgers. JTR, thank you for your time.
Well, Juan, I'd like to sit over here and tell you that you're welcome, but you're not. You should be thanking me 1,000 times over because your viewership here on Frontline is about to go through the ceiling, my friend. The absolute most viewers you've ever gotten because you have JTR himself on here for the first time, coming to set the record straight tonight, coming to let everybody finally hear the truth on what's been going on for the last year. Not some unbiased opinion from Gavin Jackson or Bernie Deal or even yourself or the stupid father figures or dumb dad. You're going to hear it from the man himself, JTR. And that is right. The viewership is about to go through the ceiling. You should be thanking me, Juan. Thank me some more because you should be.
By your side, Money and Power have been nearly unstoppable, but also they've been highly criticized, not only for putting Kid through a wooden door, but also for failing to capture the WDWA tag titles. How do you answer to these people that doubt Money and Power?
Well, Juan, you might be right about one thing there, and that is that they have absolutely been unstoppable. That is correct. But everything else in that was absolutely wrong, you see. Since these men have debuted, they have come out and they have absolutely took no prisoners, and they did exactly what I asked them that night when they put Kid through the door. And people can criticize them. Criticize me, criticize them all that they want. But the fact is that we were coming back at them an eye for an eye that night. When they put their hands on me 2 weeks prior to that situation and put me through a table, they started it. They kicked it off, and we grabbed the ball and scored. Because when you mess with JTR, I'm going to take it to the absolute furthest level because I am going to win at all costs, no matter how much it costs. And that's what I did. It cost me a lot of money to convince those two men to do that. But you know what? They did exactly as they were asked. And they carried out exactly what I wanted, Juan. Exactly. As far as the tag team titles go, we're not worried about gold at the moment. Because if we were, just like normal in JTR's life, it would be around their waist. When we're ready for those tag team championships, you can believe this, that we will absolutely go and take them.
A.K. Bane and Cassius Carter have had a huge impact in WDWA on a very little time. But please tell us something about Money and Power that we don't know yet.
Well, Juan, as far as what people don't know about Money and Power, I'm going to go ahead and give you the whole story right now. About a year ago, the Latin Tornado put his hands on me during a show that I was running personally as the head of WDWA that night, as the owner was Mike Nolan. Now, Mike had put me in charge that night as the ultimate official. The ultimate official, that's right. So my job was to make sure that that show ran smoothly the way it needed to go. The Latin Tornado got out of line. I tried to put him in line, and at that point, he put his hands on me. The father figures put their hands on me and embarrassed me in the middle of the ring on one of the biggest nights of my wrestling career. At that point, I decided that I was going to put a plan together. I've always lived this lifestyle, Juan. It's no secret. I grew up this way. I just love professional wrestling. So what I did at that point is I used my money. I used all my resources, and I went out. And they say, Juan, they say you should hang out with like-minded individuals. So I went out and found someone who loves money just as much as I do. And that's Cassius Cash Carter. That man has been going up and down the East Coast making a name for himself the last several years. Doing the biggest deals, acquiring the toughest, most ruthless talent. He loves money just as much as I do. What a better man to put right here beside me, right here next to me as my chief financial officer in this business. Okay? A.K. Bane, Cassius and I took trips all around the country trying to find the absolute biggest monster that we could find, because we knew we needed somebody to head up security and head up and be the enforcer here at Money and Power. And when we were up in Bronx, New York, over near the Bronx Zoo, we found the biggest, toughest, craziest, meanest, nastiest monster you can find. And his name is A.K. Bane. And he's making a name for himself by putting people absolutely out of commission. And that's why he's here.
Berkeleymania 7 is only weeks away. How do you feel about this match after we saw Kid coming back with a whole new attitude?
We are just a few weeks away from Berkeley Mania, Juan. That's correct. That's correct. As far as the match goes, I'm out here training 7 days a week. If I weren't here talking to you idiots right now, I'd be in the gym with the finest trainers money can buy, getting me ready to absolutely destroy these morons. And my boys are doing the same thing. We're all getting ready, and we're going to be ready when August 31st comes. I feel great about it. Absolutely great. As far as that little brat's new attitude, I don't care if she's got a new attitude, an old attitude, or no attitude. It's not going to matter, because after August 31st, she's going to be irrelevant, and so is her daddy, and so is her uncle.
A match so big, a special referee had to be called upon. How do you feel about the Latin Tornado officiating this match? Do you feel like the Latin Tornado will be able to be partial?
That's right, Juan. That's right. You did get one thing right here tonight. It is a big match. It's basically the main event on the card at Berkeley Mania. The main event on the card. As far as them bringing in LT, there was no need to bring in LT. Absolutely no need. First and foremost, it wasn't cleared with me. It wasn't cleared with me. It was a split-second decision that Gavin Jackson made on his own without asking me, without asking any of my representation, or without me signing a contract. Now, you people know that I am a man of my word, and I'm a man of the fans, so I'm going to give you all what you want, and I'm still going to step in the ring, even though that idiot's going to be the special guest referee. As far as him being impartial and biased, listen, if there's one thing that I know, it's refereeing. And there's another thing that I know, and that is that Andreas Suarez cannot be unbiased and impartial. However, I'm going to give him one last warning right now. LT, you better call this down the middle. And if you don't, you're not going to like what's in store for you.
Dad now has victories over both members of Money and Power. Are you at least a little bit concerned about that?
Listen, Juan, both of those victories were absolute flukes. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut twice, right? Even that happens. Dad simply got victories over both of those men due to outside interference. That's not going to happen this time. I'm not the slight bit worried about it because we're all six going to be in the ring at one time. We're all going to be right there. 3 in one corner, 3 in another corner. There's going to be no outside interference, nothing to worry about because we're all going to be right there. So Dad, Unc, Kid, they're good for it every single time, especially in those matches. And that's how he gained a victory, because they got to cheat. That's the only way they could ever beat Money and Power is cheat. There's no question, and all you people know that.
You have offered money and a chance to join Money and Power in different occasions to Unc. Now my question is that offer still stands for August 31st?
I did offer him the greatest deal that he would have ever gotten in his life. Not once, but twice. And he turned it down both times. And that just shows you how stupid that he is right there. As far as another offer, does the offer still stand? First of all, Juan, that's none of your business. Any of my business dealings, anything that has to do with JTR and his money is nothing to do with your business or anyone else's. But what I can tell you is that one day, and it might be too late, Unc's going to learn what this business is really about. And that's just the same thing that life is about. That is money. Money. And it might be too late.
What message would you like to send the father figures and Kid ahead of Berkeleymania 7?
Dad, Unc, Kid, for the last 12 months, you've been nothing but a thorn in my side. All the antics, all the jokes, all the stupid things that you guys do that I absolutely hate, they're over. They're over. Because August 31st, we step in the ring. 3 in one corner, 3 in another. And JTR is in the best shape of his life. I can promise you that, because I have the best trainers money can buy, and I have the best tag team partners money can buy. And my friends, that's a hill that you're not going to be able to climb. So I suggest that you enjoy this, because it's going to be your last moment in WDWA. These people, after this match, will never hear about you again.
JTR, it has been a pleasure having you right here in WDWA Frontline. Thank you so much for your time.
One last thing I'd like to say, Juan. One last thing. LT, the Latin Tornado. Everybody knows he's unpredictable, unhinged, uncontrollable. Absolutely does what he wants, when he wants. LT, I'm warning you, my friend. You better keep yourself under control, and call it right down the middle. If not, I promise you, there will be repercussions, and you don't want to know what those are.
Justin Rodgers and Money and Power will be challenging the father figures and kid to a 3-on-3 match at Berkeleymania 7 on Saturday, August 31st. Right now, let's take a look at the full card for Berkeleymania 7. World Domination Wrestling Alliance presents Berkeleymania 7 on Saturday, August 31st from the Berkeley County Youth Fairgrounds. Samuel Thompson has proven he is not afraid of competition, and at Berkeleymania he will be defending the light heavyweight championship title that he has been holding for over a year on a 10-man championship match. Things between Party McFly and Eric C. Jones became very personal. Now these two will be facing off on Saturday, August 31st. The great Cizzko has accepted the challenge made by Valerie Vermin. Now these two will cross paths at Berkeleymania 7. The Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as former members of the squad face each other on a triple threat match. Anton Nathan defends the title against El Matón, Cizzko, and the Great Noah. On a battle that has become more than personal, Sweet Elite reunites to face a common foe. They will be taking on the Misused on a huge weapons on a pole tornado tag match. The tag team champions Sexy and Bless will team up with Austin Kingsley V, and as Supremacy they will be facing Mr. Martinsburg, Jordan Evans, and WWE legends, the Headbangers. He needs a warrior, and on Saturday, August 31st, the Kingpin DeMarcus Kane will try to beat the Warrior out of the Hawaiian Warrior Kikoa. Who will come out victorious? Join us on Saturday, August 31st to find out. The best in the business, Shane Malice threw a challenge for Berkeleymania 7, and the best in the world, South American sensation Rayo, answered the call. And on a match so big a special referee had to be brought in, Money and Power with JTR will be facing the father figures and kid. And for this, the Latin Tornado makes his return, and he will be refereeing this huge tag match. And in our main event is a last man standing for the World Domination Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship, as Clay Jacobs, winner of the 2024 WDWA Rumble, challenges the champion, the Exile Soccer Shaw. For more information or to buy tickets in advance, check us out on all social media. And now the time for our main event has arrived. The WDWA Mid-Atlantic Championship is on the line as squad members go one-on-one when Anton Nathan defends the title against the Gatekeeper, Cizzko. This match is about to get started, so let's go directly to the ring.
Cizzko, noted hater of karaoke, and in this moment, he is us.
Cizzko, very decorated. And as a matter of fact, Cizzko, he said it. When he told Nathan, I'm your first challenger, I won you this belt. And he did. Kalen Patrick won the match. Cizzko took Patrick out.
These two men technically still on the same side, part of the squad, formerly also including the majestic Noah, and that group that unity has really fallen by the wayside. They already kicked Noah out of the group, and now we're seeing El Maton Cizzko and Anton Nathan going up against each other. Not much of a squad anymore.
No, not at all. I mean, they dissolved that squad when they basically beat down Noah in the restroom. Noah was here ready to compete. Noah got beat severely. It wasn't even, it was a mugging. That's what it was.
In so many ways, this is sort of the exact opposite of squad goals, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not one of these guys, I think, wishes the other well.
I'm sorry I can't coach you for this match. I'm happy to leave you like Billy. Sorry.
Wow, disrespecting Cizzko.
You like that, Cizzko? You like that? I'm gonna leave you like Billy.
Oh, wow. Too soon?
Anton Nathan talking about the fact that without Cizzko taking it to Anton Nathan, no coaching needed. But Anton Nathan making reference to the fact that senior official Billy Bowers was left bloodied by misused.
And to tell him you're going to leave him like Billy, wow. Drive-by drop kick.
Incredible speed on display by El Maton Cizzko, who is undeniably the single greatest light heavyweight champion in this company's history, a 6-time former light heavyweight champion.
Absolutely, and this man is fired up. There is so much anger. You just see it.
Well, Anton Nathan legitimately thinks that he is Cizzko's coach. Let's not forget about the actual facts, which is that Cizzko, it is a veteran who it took Anton Nathan under his wing and swinging wildly now with that title belt.
Cizzko, you got to wake up really early to get one over on Cizzko.
It has to grind Cizzko's gears that despite being a stalwart of this company, one of the pillars of this company for half a decade or more, Anton Nathan became the Mid-Atlantic champion before Cizzko, who now just got slammed into the steel.
Exactly. Nathan finally turning it around, and maybe it's that rage, maybe it's the cunning and everything of Cizzko. He wants to humiliate Nathan.
Well, the
Nathan knows it.
the SoundCloud sensation has so often been a sidekick and now looking to become the main character here in WDWA.
Well, the difference with what you say and the way Anton Nathan sees it, Anton Nathan is a sidekick to no one. Anton Nathan is the show, a one-man show.
Well, he is certainly the concert king of the fast food circuit. We may as well call him fast casual Anton Nathan.
That would work.
Calls himself the SoundCloud sensation. May as well call himself the MySpace maestro for how relevant that Anton Nathan is in the world of music.
I don't think people would be too into MySpace anymore. Too many algorithms, too many codes.
Yeah, that's the point, is that Anton Nathan is about as relevant to the world of music as MySpace is relevant to the world.
Well,
to be fair, the only people left on MySpace are irrelevant musicians, so actually he might fit in very well there.
Maybe. Cizzko.
It's like the Youngstown, Ohio of the internet. El Maton Cizzko really bringing the fire to Anton Nathan.
That'll stop it. Fire extinguisher, thumb to the eye.
It is very important that the world know that, well, hold on, Anton Nathan almost defending that title, that Anton Nathan is not the coach of Cizzko, no matter what he might say, no matter what he might amplify. You know that Anton Nathan is still plugging his last single? You know what that song was?
Frostina the Snow Mill?
Yes.
Something like that? Yeah, it was a great Christmas song.
Good Lord, Frostina
I
the
bought his
Snowman.
Christmas album.
Yeah, it is. It's August.
Yeah.
Get some new material.
How many songs can you come out with about August? It's hot. Fair time. I don't know. He's not a country guy. He doesn't do country music.
Just punishing Anton Nathan is Cizzko, who has been trying to break into the echelon of the heavyweight division now for the better part of a year and a half. It was that frustration that led Cizzko to join the squad in the first place.
Really, some may say Cizzko created the squad, but
Nathan with 2. Cannot deny Nathan's ability and his raw talent. It's just how he gets to the finish line that some might take issue with.
as long as you get to the finish line, that's the end result is all that matters.
And the end result is that Anton Nathan has achieved Mid-Atlantic glory before Cizzko. Not something a year ago many pundits would have predicted.
Not at all. But again, Cizzko is the reason that happened.
Well, Cizzko certainly blames Anton Nathan for interfering in a number of Cizzko's matches and costing him the match, as opposed to Cizzko, who has been additive, helped Anton Nathan get this title.
It was for sure the opposite. Cizzko did hit Anton Nathan a solid, where Anton Nathan, if you go back and watch the tapes, hasn't really helped Cizzko out any.
Blue Thunder John by the Master of the Year, but only Tia. That would be 2. I'm not hip.
He can't believe it.
It hurts, but I'm not hip, Dashing Donnie.
You got to get over it. You got to keep it on, Cizzko.
And Anton Nathan, real change in attitude over the last couple years. I remember when he was just such a exuberant, energetic, kind of happy to be here young competitor, and you can't deny that he's got a killer's edge now.
That head scissor.
Well, maybe Cizzko taught him a little too well. Maybe a little of that bad attitude of Cizzko rubbed off and is now actually costing Cizzko.
You take the bad attitude of Cizzko, you put it with the show-off attitude and the better-than-you attitude of Nathan, and that's what you get. It's all rolled up into one.
You know, Anton Nathan is planning to host a victory concert outside a Red Robin at some point if he wins this match.
That'd be great. There's one right up the road. I think there's one on the way out of town. Oh, Lord.
As long as he's on the way out of town, it's fine with me.
Yeah.
Slap
now they're just
fest.
slapping each other?
A lot of hate between these two men. You got to wonder if maybe this is what the squad needs, though. Put their difficulties front and center. May the best man win, then they can team back up again to take on the tag division, let's say. You think that's possible?
It is possible.
Well, Cizzko with the quick roll-up.
A win was almost possible there for Cizzko. Big forearm.
Some of the most impressive offense in the company. Cizzko, so explosive. His balance is impeccable. His combination offense is second to none.
And that code breaker might have just put Nathan out of it. Cizzko's not going for the cover.
This is really a case where Cizzko may be putting down the monster he himself created.
Exactly, but he's taken way too much time, and this is what's cost him the last few matches.
What specifically? Just going to the top?
Exactly. He's going to the top. This time, Nathan's not there to distract him and yell at him, but he was able to roll out. He knew what was happening.
Now, the top rope in the past has been a really great place for Cizzko to be. Do you feel like maybe he's lost a step? Is that the question?
I don't think he's lost a step.
Wait a second. Anton Nathan being rolled into the ring.
With the belt.
This is not a no disqualification match, just to be clear.
That's it. He's out.
And Anton Nathan with the champion's advantage, who has not won the match but won't lose his title. No consequences.
And again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match by disqualification, Cizzko.
And again, Anton Nathan gets one over on Cizzko.
And what?
Still, your Mid-Atlantic champion, Anton Nathan.
I don't know why people aren't more excited about that, including Luke, our announcer.
Anton Nathan might have lost the match, but he walks out still, the Mid-Atlantic champion. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. This has been WDWA Frontline. Everyone, have a great night.